Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin, SEO. The morning of Thursday, October 23rd, 2014. I'm out walking the dog, and it's another rainy morning, like it was rainy last night. And I guess the thing I want to talk about most is how, for my next step of professional development and moving the Pipulate application forward that some of you might be following, I need to get good at something called the Flask Web Micro Framework. And two things that it sits on: WorkZoig and Jinja2. It sounds like crazy stuff, but believe me, as far as putting together a web application where you can mostly be using just the Python programming language with a light sprinkling of stuff that allows you to weave it together into a web application, it doesn't get much better than that combination of things. And I am at a point now where almost all the core features, the baseline capabilities of Pipulate are actually there, except perhaps for giving back the download link to get the CSV file back that has been pipulated. And I think that's going to be pretty easy. I did my research yesterday, and I'm really getting to appreciate what the Jinja2 templates are. They are an extremely lightweight thing sitting on top of Python, which basically toggles you from one mode where you're writing primarily in Python code, and you could sprinkle in HTML with, with print statements, into mostly being in HTML, where you can sprinkle in Python with these double curly bracket things. And the only difference is that because you want to be sort of loosey-goosey with indents in HTML, which is exactly the opposite of Python, every loop statement in Python has a closing statement for Jinja, so that the template system can see where loops end, and you don't rely quite as heavily on Python indents. This is one area in which the Python programming language might be a little weaker than other languages for web development, because you don't want indents and white space to matter in web development, but they matter a lot in Python. Jinja2 seems to marry the two conflicting issues fairly well. And the other realization about Jinja2 that I had is that, in addition to telling it which template to render with, so essentially, you make a call to Jinja2 by saying render templates. You give a template name, which is usually an HTML file that's been marked up with special syntax, and then you can give it an unlimited list of dictionaries. And this is the thing about Python, parameters. In a lot of languages, parameters are fixed. You have to say what you're going to be feeding into the function. In Python, you have this args and this keyword args thing, which uses an asterisk and a double asterisk accordingly. And if none of that makes sense, just think about it as you can feed in a list of arbitrary values into a Python function, and then have those values available to you inside that function. And nothing has to be predefined except for the fact that you're going to be feeding a bunch of arbitrary stuff in. And for a templating system, that's pretty friggin' powerful, because you can have anything at your disposal in the HTML file in the way of values and stuff, so that you don't have to worry about passing data back and forth between the Python thing that is invoking the template and the template itself. It's all just done according to a very standard Python programming technique, and all the data can be accessed very easily. So hopefully I'll do something today with giving the link back for downloading the the pipulated CSV file that will demonstrate that fact. And I don't know if I'll be able to make the videos quite as frequently as I have in the past, because I got all the scuttlebutt of the office going on behind me, and I can't just arbitrarily shoot videos and maybe capture talk in the background that should not end up in a public YouTube video. So I'll have to resolve that issue, but I will at least be doing these morning videos and maybe getting into the office early to crank out something here and there as far as coding, and you'll be seeing the Windows platform a lot more when I do it at the office. But I still have my Fridays, so there will at least be those coding Fridays. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.